Welcome back to another video of 2020, almost at 2019. We did play another game successfully. Another game. Well, it's been a crazy round, I'll tell you that. Nothing's really happening over here, but over here, I guess you couldn't call it defensive because no one was there. China didn't do anything, but they did build an artillery base, which is good for them. So, now it's a chance for Hong Kong, and Guangdong was taken back by one French and 4 American infantry. The Russians built 6 offensive units for tanks, and they're going to get more offensive units soon enough when the German front dies down and it's not there anymore. When it's not there anymore, they'll move some offensive units. Those men, that's 13 stacks of men. So 26 men in that stack. So they might move them over there with the 6 tanks and take Manchuria, I guess, when the war starts to die down. They might move back to Saka or Buryatia, somewhere in that area. Yakut, SSR, or basically maybe to Siberia, because they don't want. Basically, they want to move somewhere out of the way so they can't be attacked by Japan. Make a factory there and the mount build up. Speaking of the German fleet, it is not the German fleet. We'll get to that later. German forces in Russia, the offensive units in Bryansk was taken, but the offensive units in Smolensk will be taken in just a minute. That's 4 tanks, and that's only 2. So, I mean, I got a lot of tanks. I got 6 tanks as well, so we have more markers. Plus, we can get it back. Surprising things have happened in this game so far. Really not that surprising, but a lot of surprising things. The big French fleet is moved down. I'm surprised they can even build that much. But anyway, they moved down to Cairo and to support the. And yeah, by the way, Britain built 6 tanks as well. Put 2 here, 2 there, and 2 here. If you saw that, they're gonna start wreaking havoc. They put in there in Cairo plus the 6 infantry down there. Sadly, the French capital was not taken back, but the Italian capital was. Not much strategically that they can do. Here's how the story went. It was very impossible to do. Just to say it was a good battle. But it was also, it took a few losses in the war, in this battle as well. Here's the 2 units that he lost. He said my dad said if he got a 1, he could defeat them. He could defeat my enemies, and he defeated my 10 tanks, my 10 tank stack. But he lost his strategic bomber and his fighter, so he doesn't have an air force, at least, but he does have a few units which he can do a little bit in it. So, I mean, not much, but somewhat. So I said, hey, I'm going to give you 30 IPCs to build whatever you want. I said he can battle again, but I just guess he decided not to, and just build up and all stuff. Anyway, so 2 comebacks by them, because remember the last time he destroyed my British fleet, which was the biggest fleet I ever had. I only have like 3 or 4 ships in the world so far. So it's not good right now for anybody. Even in the world we're living right now, it's not good. Storms coming up. We're dealing with a 3rd wave of a storm right now. If you noticed in my other video today, you know what I mean. But America just decided, you know what? Let's go in and Let's take Kwantung just like we did, and let's take southern France. So now Germany's just holding on briefly to the biggest tank force so far right now. Actually, that's the biggest one, but still, they got all the tanks basically piled up in the German territories, and that is basically all I have to say about that. We did move our forces down from Normandy to Bordeaux and put them in southern France. Well, I did anyway. Before I move on, what is the probably asking me right now, what's the point of doing offensive units? Well, in World War II, at the end of the war, Russia decided, hey, let's declare war on Japan. It was a quick war, I think it was. Very, very quick. And, just to say that if any time, because I don't really have, because nothing's in like the home countries of America, because really, America don't have too much, because they basically have to build up on fleet, and then they have to waste money on that, and they have to people on tanks, and they waste money on that, and then the good parts, which is wasting money on other stuff like big stuff, planes, and all that. Basically, because they need that in the Pacific, but they probably don't need too much of that in the Atlantic. But I'm not finished yet. What I'm probably going to build next, because I know the capital is not going to be taken next turn. It's probably not going to be taken next turn, because we have new markers now. We have more than just that. We have 3 new markers, so I'm probably going to build at least 5 or 6 new units to put in here, because we have a lot of tanks, and we could probably move that to Manchuria. I don't know why I just put Mongolia there for just one reason, because basically they are in the game. Basically they're not. So, I'm going to show you what I'm dealing with right now. Actually, in just one little single moment. So this is what I'm dealing with right now. Oh, it's a big storm. I kind of don't want like that, but I can hear it. Can hear it. But we can all hear it. That's what it was. Well, yeah, that's what it was like. That's the last of what we're going to be seeing for a long, long while. Little wasp is stuck in the window, which is kind of good, because he can't fly around. So, I think I forgot to do. No, I didn't forget to do Australia. What? Now you're asking, what is Australia going to do? You didn't hear much about Anzac. Well, they're just building up. I was going to build another destroyer, because we don't have a destroyer. But Anzac can only build 3 things, I think. They can only build 3 things. But I don't go by that rule. I just say, hey, build. I just want to build as many units as I can. Yeah, minor. But then I'll have. Yeah, okay. What's sad was that Germany cannot build any more Navy units, because I forgot to say that sadly you noticed that it was kind of wispy, and no German naval units were out in the game because of what they did. I kind of want to use my offensive units in the next turn, but I kind of don't. So, when in doubt, because this is all that Germany has, you can't build any more battleships, because he's basically just wasted both of his. He's still stacked, but you can build 2 aircraft carriers, which is good, and you can build a lot of destroyers and transports, which is also good, because you kind of want to use those transports now. What's weird get it all. Come on, come on. See that little strip there? That's that's what you call pure content. Yeah, look at that BF-109. Like, look at that Stuka. Look at that. I actually don't know what that is, but it's a plane. Can you see the little specks on it? That's a person. It looks so good. Jerry Drummond, do you want to say hi? Hi, I'm from Germany. Yeah. Basically, it's... Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's bad, isn't it? Let it focus out. There we go. There we go. That's better. Okay, so... And I didn't even use my two battleships out here. Well, I'm saying that's kind of bad. Because you want your offensive units to be good. And I don't have any ships. Well, I do have a couple of ships out there. I have a sub, which I don't even know why it's out there for. And then I have these two battleships. That's the only ship I have. I think the French have more ships than the like 4, 5, or 6, maybe 7 ships for them. This is what the French fleet is. 1 carrier holding 2 fighters, a battleship, 2 cruisers, 4 destroyers, and 2 transports. That's the French fleet, and that's a good fleet. I'll tell you that, because they can't build too much more. I don't want to waste any more money on anything else. I can build at least 1 more destroyer, at least. No, I may be wrong. But I can build a lot of transports, I'll tell you that. And I can build 1 more battleship if I want to. It's probably not a good idea. Now, before I end this video, just... if you live in the Mississippi, Alabama region right now, I just want to tell you to stay safe. Absolutely stay safe and get inside, get in a shelter. If you don't have a basement or anything else, because that's basically what you need. Just stay inside. Now, I'm not forcing you to, but I suggest you do. You know what? I might as well just force you to. I'm forcing you to stay inside because obviously if you're in the Saw area, I don't know how to say it. Anyway, just stay inside. And I'm actually, before I go, I want to put one more note. Yeah, if you live in... No, we're not doing that. Just to say, storms are bad, COVID-19's bad, internet connection's bad, it's all bad, because they basically slowed down Netflix and YouTube. Just to say, they didn't do that exactly, because they didn't slow it down during the day, they slowed it down during the night. Because obviously it won't work at my house. It'll only work at my grandma's house when I'm over there during the day. Because I want to be there. Because she may not make it. She's 77 years old. And she might not be here one day. Anyway, just stay safe and have a good night. Good night.